Yorùbá TV 247 ẹ bá wa dá sí. Ìpolówó ọjà tó kájí wọlé ẹ bá wa dá sí. Ọ̀rọ̀ lórí orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá gbogbogbò ẹ bá wa dá sí. Ẹ̀yin ará mi ẹ súnmọ́ bí ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ pín ẹ bá wa dá sí. Yorùbá TV 247 ẹ bá wa pín.
Blackout at Aso Villa. So they need $6.2 million to buy solar panel. Hello. Find out why a Nigerian governor has issued an order to arrest anybody with dreadlocks in his state. Also, there's a country in Africa where you get paid to go to school literally on top of free education, all the way from primary school to university level. As it. Lastly, I'm hoping that you guys will join me and I will get to see you all this December in Mauritius. Find out why. But first and foremost, Toby, alhamdulillah, Mr. President is back. Freedom. Alaji is back here. Once again, we have a president in Nigeria. Can you imagine? After more than 2 weeks, the president decided to once again grace us with his presence. How fortunate are we, And as usual, these top government officials were there. We're talking about calibers of governors, ministers, all lined up to shake his hands to welcome him back to the country. I mean, for how long would this elderly man line up to shake his hands when he's leaving and when he's coming? His plane touchdown at 9:50 p.m. according to the presidency. So this video of them must be after 10 p.m. because this is when he came out. They left their wives and children in bed. One lot to be just to shake the man's hand. Is it that he won't be able to come out of his own private jet if they don't line up in front of the jet? We'll continue to pray for you guys because it's like you have no shame. Anyways, now that the president is back, people are asking, what difference will it make? Because according to Nigerians, not me, who am I? But Nigerians are saying even when he's in the country, they don't even feel his impact. Especially with the insecurity that keeps rising. Ainitiju, can you please prove us wrong this time around? That you being in the country actually makes a difference? I mean, we saw the soldiers and the police that you sent out the last time that Nigerians wanted to protest. You brought out the whole 9 yard, armor tanks, water cannon, everything, just because people wanted to protest. All those battalions, why can't you send them after the kidnappers, the armed robbers, after the armed herdsmen that are terrorizing people? We also saw the battalion that you sent to River State to overthrow a democratically elected governor in broad daylight. Can't you send the same forces to protect your citizens? That is what Nigerians are saying. Now, speaking of bandits, ladies and gentlemen, did you hear the governor of Niger State? In an effort to make us think that they are doing something about insecurity, telling the security forces in his state to go after anyone with dreadlocks.
Anybody that you find with barber or dreadlock, arrest him, barb his hair, and find him.
First of all, who are those people that clap?
Nobody should carry any kind of hair record again inside me. I have given you marching order, the security agencies, anybody.
Okay, there's so much that I want to say, but to be fair to him, some people are saying that we're taking this out of context, that he was talking about thugs, and that a lot of them wear their dreadlocks, and I'm like, why? For how long would we say this, guys? This thing is not by hairstyle. And the good thing is, when he saw the reaction on social media, he came out and said that people miscrewed his words, and we're like, we heard what you said, but hey. Then he said, we don't have a problem with dreadlocks, but we have a problem with the cult here with dreadlocks. So if you have dreadlocks and you have business, please come to Niger State. He does not want this thing to affect business in Niger State. Shallow. The one that paid me though is that he said the whole reaction on social media is just media propaganda, and I'm like, okay, it looks like you actually meant what you said. Is this a play? Like, seriously, is this a play? And I think he called them rascals. And by the way, how many bandits have you seen with dreadlocks? Me, I've seen several pictures and videos of bandits. Some of them are on TikTok, by the way, sharing money. Yes, showing us the huge amount of money that they've made from kidnapping people in Nigeria. So our bandits are on TikTok. But I have never seen one with dreadlocks. They may exist, but this thing is not by hairstyle. Want to start arresting people with dreadlocks, shaving their head, finding them on top. So does this mean that if Burna Boy or any of our famous musicians or comedians with dreadlocks were to be walking on the streets of Niger State tomorrow, now that is how they will just grab them and be like, there you are, the rascals that is disturbing us in our state. And what about women with dreadlocks? Because there are many women now with dreadlocks. I mean, this man is educated, so let's me not even, according to Wikipedia, he has multiple master's degree. So I don't know where this is coming from. Say it's a Olori that I can't buy girlfriend. Don't translate, let me translate by myself. I was just saying that hopefully Alaji's health is okay, because this is, forget, this is not even my battle. Now, speaking of harassment, speaking of harassing people, Alhaji is so siwa Lenu. I don't know why Nigerian president just feels the need to continuously insult and harass our collective mentality. Did you guys hear that the presidency wants to spend 10 billion naira on solar power for Aso Villa? Father, that is $6.2 million. No, so before we even get to the numbers, this tells me one thing, that even Aso Rock is experiencing up NEPA, down NEPA, because why? Why does the presidency need solar panel? Especially when you are telling the rest of us to depend on the national power grid, you know, the national power holding company. Me, I still like to call them NEPA. Is it possible that power is also not regular at the presidential villa? Hey, one million apartment, Alaji. Can you imagine? What kind of country is this? Now, just like the rest of us, Alaji is running around. He needs an alternative source of power inside his apartment. Now, what I don't understand is, why can't he use generators like the rest of us have been subjected to? You know, the rest of the country has been subjected to generators. Everybody now has a power generator, at least one new. I don't know how some people sleep in Nigeria at night. You will be hearing even at night. There's major noise pollution. Not to talk about the toxic carbon monoxide that people are breathing in. In fact, you will pass through some buildings and you will see the mark of generator smoke on their building. Why does he get to use solar panel when most people are using generator? Now, a lot of Nigerians are starting to get into solar panel, and your government, this same government, is allegedly trying to ban solar panel importation into Nigeria. Have you heard? So on one hand, you want to stop people from importing solar panels just because you want to force them to keep buying generators, because you allegedly collect money from suppliers of the power generator, or you want the people to continue to suffer in the hands of your incompetent power holding corporation, NEPA. On the other hand, you have the audacity to budget 10 billion for the same product that you are trying to ban in Nigeria. As in, where's my slippers? But I mean, somebody needs serious beating in this presidency, baby. If not that I cannot remove the thing, I would to add sort to injury or the 10 billion. Why are you guys not afraid? What happened to your conscience? So you are just not afraid of the people that put you in office. Actually, let me take that back. We did not. I mean, you put yourself in office, allegedly, but you should still be afraid of the people, because we have the power to remove them, don't we? Although I cannot see that happening anytime soon in Nigeria. Come on, protest. People stay inside. $6.2 million on solar panel. How much is the house? That you will now spend $6.2 million on solar panel. What kind of solar panel are we talking about? Are they coming from heaven? Do they have wings? Do these panels serve chicken on the side? Fried chicken? Or what is so special about this solar panel? Honestly, where is thunder when you need it? Since you guys have decided that you just want Nigerians to suffer, we also will not allow you to rest. You cannot have peace, Benny. It's like we keep going from fire pan to fire in Nigeria. When it comes to the choice of leaders, we have not been lucky at all. By the way, I'm so upset right now, guys. Ooh, child. Please don't beg. I said don't beg me. I'm not begging you. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine in Botswana, only to find out that education all the way from primary school to university level is free, and that they also get free textbooks and other school materials. Did you guys hear what I just said? Hey, let me repeat it myself. It's not just primary and secondary school. University education in public universities is free, free. Hey, where, why, what? Can you imagine? Now, on top of that, the university students in public universities, they get monthly stipends. As in about $150. Some say it's only $140 per month. I say, And now, guess what? Their president is pushing to make it $200 every month. Did you get that? That's like $2,400 in a year. Because they decided to come to school. So they're getting paid to go to school. I said, And on top of all that, do you know that they are feeding them every day? They feed the primary and the secondary school students. In fact, their new president recently announced that he wants to upgrade the breakfast, that the students should be getting English breakfasts. English. Basically, he wants them to get eggs, beans, toast, bacon, and so on and so forth on their plates every morning. He said because when students are well fed, they perform better. I said, is Botswana taking new citizens because I can apply? Can you take your girl and say, hey, me? My friend also said that when she was in school back in the day, that they also fed them every day at the university as well. They ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. On top of getting stipends, on top of getting like $150 every month. What were they spending the money on? I don't know. The government had covered their school fees. The government covered their accommodation. They were not paying for accommodation. The government covered their accommodation. The government was feeding them breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So why get stipends on top of that? What was the stipends for? She said she was using it to buy clothes. Your government gave you money to buy clothes. My government has never given me money to buy clothes. Do you know how this feels? She said, but now she believes that the public universities would only pay the students the monthly stipend, that they don't feed the students. So the students have to feed themselves. So she's complaining. God. You know, I forgot to mention that she also said that secondary school students who performed exceptionally well, that they call them higher achievers, that those ones are usually sponsored to go and study abroad. This is Botswana. Botswana, God. And she said the government will pay their tuition wherever they go. America, Europe, anywhere they want to go in the world. And on top of that, they will also get stipends in the abroad, which she said is usually way more than what some full-time workers are earning back home, because the value of their money, you know, is way different from the value of the money abroad. So I was like, damn. By the way, their currency is way stronger than ours. $1 is not even up to 14 pula, which is their own currency. It's like 1377 or thereabout. Meanwhile, $1 is like 1,600 and something naira. So their money is way stronger than our own. Like what? By the way, this is not limited to universities. Oh, she said this includes technical schools and vocational trainings as well. They are also getting monthly allowances. Now, of course, I didn't just go by what she said. I googled it, I researched it, and it is true. So I did the only thing that I could do. I said to her, you're no longer my friend. Of course, no, we cannot be friends, because how can you keep this kind of information from me all these years? Guys, we've been friends for almost 2 decades. 2 decades. So she said to me that she didn't know that that is not how it is everywhere else. I was like, I said, and then she had the audacity to ask me, well, if you are not getting free education at all levels, all the way to university level with monthly stipends and breakfast, lunch, and dinner, what is your government doing? I said, can you imagine, guys? Can you imagine? I have never been so embarrassed in my life. Never. Because of these politicians who are way too damn greedy, that they would rather keep their own people in poverty. She didn't stop there, by the way. She proceeded to tell me that you don't need to know anybody to get admitted into the university in Botswana. Also, she added, just to add salt upon injury, that electricity and water are constant and stable. She said, even in the village. I said, come again. You mean nobody is using generator or solar in Botswana? She said, for what? Then she asked me again, what is your government doing? I said, how to do so? She said it again. She said it again. And then she said this, let me even quote her. She said, you know, I just read that some people don't have water. I don't know what that is. You see, by then, my patience was this thing. You know, I was about to give it to her. That we are the giant of Africa, that we make movies, we sing, our songs are everywhere, we own jollof rice. I'm sorry. Yeah, but we do. Child, I was about to give it to her, like, girl, I was about to put her in her place. Like, do you not know who we are? Do you know who I am? We are the giant of Africa. I was about to do all that. But then, guys, I was embarrassed that despite all that, our talents are everywhere, our professionals are making wave all over the world, our artists are being celebrated all over the world, that we're yet to get basic amenities sorted out as a nation. And just when I was really low, this woman had the audacity to now drop another bombshell. She said to me, oh, by the way, we also have free healthcare in Botswana. I was like, that's it, just get out of here. No, we can no longer be friends. How can some people be getting all this on the same continent? What did we do? Who did we offend that we are not getting the same kind of treatment from our own government? I said, no, girlfriend, we're done. But guys, can you imagine that in Africa, in Botswana, you can go to the public hospital at any time and you will not have to pay a dime to get treated. Even if you had a surgery, it's all free. She also told me that having a baby is free, that all you need to do is push the baby out. Accident victims are treated. They don't have to make any payment. They also have emergency response team, paramedics. You can call the ambulance if there's an accident, and it's all free. It's free to ride the ambulance. In fact, even in America, where I live, healthcare is not free. I beg. I know that they have paramedics in Lagos and Abuja, but many states in Nigeria don't. And to know that it is free, damn, the kind of peace that will come with that alone. Now, after telling me all of this, guys, this woman had the audacity to tell me that, well, it's not as if everything is perfect in Botswana. I mean, we are not where we're supposed to be. We should be at the level of Mauritius. I said, please, as in like, please. But not even go there. Now you want to talk about what is not working when you have basic amenities sorted out. That is all some of us want. All these years that we've been shouting on your screen. No be for the government to give us good road, stable electricity, running water. I mean, some of us cannot even start thinking about other things until we get the basics, you know. I couldn't even tell her that, well, you are enjoying all that because there's only 2.5 million of you. So that's why things are working for you. You know, I couldn't even say that because there are other African countries with low population where things are not working. Gabon is 2.4 million. Remember, they just had an election where the coup leader won by 90%. Swaziland, that has the longest serving monarch, has 1.1 million people. Guinea-Bissau is 2.1. And if we are going by population, Liberia is only 5.5. Sierra Leone is 8.5 million. There should be major development in those countries, but it's not so. It's not like that. And the state with the smallest population in Nigeria is Bayelsa State. Officially, there are 2.5 million, which is the same as Botswana. Although some people are saying they've gotten to 3 million, they have passed 3 million. But the question is, even Bayelsa, that is the smallest state, did we get it right? Do they have stable electricity, constant running water? If you live in Bayelsa, do you have 24 hours uninterrupted electricity? Do you have running water uninterrupted? Are all your roads good? Are all your roads tarred? At least we can start with the smallest state in Nigeria. And guys, there's actually a huge benefit to our large number, to us being the largest country in Africa. It means that our economy is way bigger. So shouldn't the size of the economy of a country affect its citizens' standard of living? It should. Theoretically, it should. But that has not been our experience in Nigeria. I really want to hear from our fathers, by the way, and our mothers. What was it like in your time when you were growing up in Nigeria? I've heard that many of you also went to school for free, and that they were also feeding you on campus. Why is it that your generation could not preserve that for our own generation? And like my friend said, what exactly is our government doing? Now, the good thing is, I'll be seeing this friend of mine after such a long time. We've not seen each other in years, but we'll be together this December in Mauritius. Please tell me that you guys are coming. As in, I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys because the Africa Bitcoin Conference is taking place this year in Mauritius. Ooh, before I tell you that this is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, not just in Africa, I was at the Africa Bitcoin Conference in Kenya last year, guys, and ooh, Oh, Father, it was life-changing. You get to learn how people are using Bitcoin as a tool in Africa to empower people. Young people with innovative ideas are getting fundings at this Africa Bitcoin conference. So if you have an innovative idea, maybe an app that you're trying to build and so on, make sure that you contact them early if you're interested in this so that you can put in your entry, because they only do the final selection at the conference. Don't wait till the conference. African women that are facing domestic violence, people whose husbands are spending money on side chicks while the wife is forced to stay at home to take care of the children. She's always begging the husband for money to buy food. A lot of those women are now trading Bitcoins and taking care of their children. The one that makes me so happy the most at the conference was hearing about women who were not allowed to have properties because they are women in East Africa. And now they're able to bypass all the bureaucracies and own properties with Bitcoins. I know that for some people, when they hear the word Bitcoin, it's a turn off. Some people think that it's a Ponzi scheme. No, it is not. But unlike Bitcoin conferences in other parts of the world, the Africa Bitcoin conference will leave you inspired. I honestly think that it's high time that I start educating people about Bitcoin. In fact, you will get to learn about how people are able to power an entire community by mining Bitcoins. So many amazing people were at that conference. Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter, was there last year, and I believe that he's coming back again this year. You will meet all kinds of people at this conference. You will be inspired, you will be speechless, you will be like, huh? And this conference is organized by none other than my Togolese sister, Farida Naborima Bemba. Ooh, for a round of applause, as in, my people, hey, if you don't know Farida, who do you know? Who do you know? And she makes sure that we experience the same quality of conference that they do outside of Africa. By the way, the reason she started this, is because she has attended so many Bitcoin conferences here in America, and a lot of people in Africa would be invited and they are not able to make it. And she thought, I need to take this to my own people as well. And so she's doing this at the same quality that you will find abroad. Talk about the food. What am I even talking about? The food is too much. And they have all this mudu, sweet stuff, mudu. Snacks everywhere, left and right. Everywhere you turn left and right, there is food. It's as if they wanted us to gain weight. It's like they wanted us to gain weight by fire, by force. The ambience, the structure of the conference, and this year will be in Mauritius, one of the most beautiful countries in the world, located right in Africa. Oh, Father, you have no excuse not to be there. You have no excuse not to jam-pack that place. They are still doing the early registration, which is 30% off. So this price that you are seeing on the screen will change after May 1st. I've been begging them to extend it. We'll see. If nothing else, many of you can afford the $75 to attend that conference, a conference that will literally change your life. And if you are in the tech space by any means, but Fisayo, find your way there, all of you that are into tech. And of course, they're always looking for sponsors. By the way, it's first come, first serve, because they get a lot of companies that want to sponsor that event. They will have your banner up the entire time of the conference. So people are saying it morning, noon, and night. People are walking up to your kiosk, asking all kinds of questions about your company. So contact them if you want to sponsor this conference. But by the grace of God, guys, that is where your girl will be this December. So guys, did you press the button? Did you press the subscribe button? Some of you watch all the way to the end and you are yet to press. Allow us to get to 1 million this year. 1 million. Help our matter. Help my market. Press the wall. Press the...
Yoruba TV 247.
Ẹ bá wa dá sí.
Ìpolówó ọjà tó kájí wọlé.
Ẹ bá wa dá sí.
Ọ̀rọ̀ lórí orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá gbogbogbò.
Ẹ bá wa dá sí.
Ẹ̀yin ará mi, ẹ súnmọ́ bí ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ pín.
Ẹ bá wa dá sí.
Yoruba TV 247. Ẹ bá wa pín.